guys, welcome back to a movie review, and we're reviewing Despicable Me 4. Is it something that we should all go out and see? And we will tell you right now what we think about it. You want to go right now, boy?
I liked it. I actually really enjoyed it. It was actually not bad. It wasn't as cringy as perhaps maybe the second one. I saw one of them. I don't remember if it was the second or the third, but I remember it was like really cringy and really unfunny. This one actually had some funny ones actually in there. Of course, a lot of it was for the younger audience, but it was pretty interesting to actually see the story play out.
Yeah, and it's crazy, huh? It just unbelievable seeing actually Despicable Me 4. It's kind of shocking they actually made it this far.
Yeah.
Like, you would think it'll die out, but this is a $1 billion franchise. Can you imagine that?
Long ass time.
Yeah, but let's go into it. So what do you think of these characters? What do you think of the overall plot? Like, what do you think, what you enjoyed about this movie?
Oh, I think I know. I think Rise of Guru, right?
Yeah, the Minions, Rise of Gru, and there's
Yeah,
the Minions, just the Minions.
Yeah, that might have been the one I actually saw.
Okay.
Or what was Despicable 3 Me?
Okay, so let me get you down. So there is, of course, this is the 6th installment.
Not really
of the
fourth.
franchise. So we're talking about including the Minions and the Despicable Me, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
So altogether, this is the 6th. And apparently, I just looked up, and I'll let you know more if they were going to continue the franchise or not,
Right.
because this does feel like it could be over.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they could take a rest here and just not return to the franchise at all, or they could just not do anything with it. Go ahead, yeah.
I just looked at it. So the first film came out in 2010.
Yeah, that's shocking.
So more than 10 years now.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, it has a following, spin-offs. Just like you said, will it continue? I think they might stop for a little bit because it seemed like especially the ending.
Oh yeah, of course. We'll talk more about the endings and spoilers, but
Right.
just letting you know, of course, this is Illumination, and they're the ones who basically produce the whole Minions trilogy, like Super Mario Bros. As well. They also did some other animations from the past.
Secret Life of Pets.
Yep, and of course, but this one is their biggest one, including Mario. So obviously, we know they're not going to stop anytime soon, because what I just saw is the franchise is going to keep on going, but we don't know if it's going to be Despicable Me. So it could probably we're looking more of a Minions 3.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense.
Okay, let me go. Let me tell you my things. So basically, what I enjoyed about this film is just how the humor sets in. It could be cringy for many people, like, of course, adults, but even some of them you could actually get past and actually find it funny. There was a lot that I was chuckling, and so were kids. And obviously, this is a kids film.
Yeah.
So obviously, they're going to be more to them and not to us. Oh yeah, go ahead.
So I noticed that it's not just that, but it was kind of up to date. I mean, it's probably gonna be old in another 5 years, but it was pretty up to date with a lot of the phones and the way the kids were speaking mainly.
Oh, of course.
Which I don't know. I just thought that was a little interesting to see.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even think about.
So yeah, obviously, if you're coming here to see some of the Minions, you're gonna get plenty of the Minions.
Yeah.
If you want to see Gru, you're gonna see much of the Gru. Of course, it's Despicable Ways. And oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I did like that they shoot Gru a lot.
Yeah, of course, because Despicable Me, people keep confusing it like it's a part of the family, but no, it's not. It is Gru.
Yeah.
He is the one who is the star. He's the one. Don't get me wrong. There, of course, the family matters, but Despicable Me is Gru.
Yeah.
And including the Minions. Obviously, the Minions are so popular, they got their own franchise,
Yeah.
and that's what helped them get that $1 billion in the first place. But yes, I definitely love. You're gonna see a lot of Minions. You're gonna see Gru, and there is gonna be some other side characters that you might actually enjoy. Like, of course, that I enjoyed was Pepe.
Poppy?
Poppy, there you
Yeah.
go. Poppy.
So I was surprised. So
I loved her. I fell in love with her right away. When I saw her, I was very... okay, go ahead.
Are you gonna give it a review yet or no?
No, not yet. I'm
Okay.
not the final version.
Okay, but I was surprised with the route. I thought it was gonna be a generic character.
Yeah.
I mean, like I thought she was gonna be like a school bully type.
Yeah,
That's
I
how they
have my
made it
gripes.
seem.
Don't worry. I got some. Don't worry. I got some negatives and some positives, but keep going. Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's what I thought. I didn't think that she'd play more of a role into it. I thought she was just gonna be just kind of like a one-off kind of character-ish, like the neighbor, like
Yeah.
the dad and the mom. I thought she wasn't gonna be that big of a character.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna be just like a school bully or something like that for like maybe 2 scenes.
She was a bully for like a very 10 seconds, and after that she changed her ways.
Yeah, like a very short time, very enjoyable, and I did love that scene
Yeah.
of the heist.
Of course. I told you when we were going in there, you kind of have doubts because obviously I do love the franchise for some reason, but it looks like I kind of drag you into this, so you were kind of worried that it might not
big
lead
time.
to the expectation that you were going in.
That's exactly what I thought. I thought it was gonna be like one of the I don't know. I didn't expect much of it, which I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad I wasn't like a movie like that. I thought was gonna be cool, like fucking Ant-Man or some shit like that.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, obviously, all these characters are amazing. I did love the Nemesis in this one as well. He got me some chuckles. At first, he was kind of getting tiresome when I first saw it, and then later on, he grew on me. I actually enjoyed him.
I liked him.
I liked him.
I
He was
thought
really good, and I enjoyed his characteristics as well.
I love the scene where they need to stop for gas. That was actually really funny.
See, there was good parts. There was good humors. I
Yeah.
just enjoyed it. It was a very fun ride. And obviously, the critics do not have the same kind of humors as we do.
Yeah.
There's obviously in Rotten Tomatoes, there's 54% for the negatives. Rotten, I guess critics, like hardcore critics,
Right.
and that are saying basically like this one right here. He's one of the top, and he says it looks fantastic. Gru is still lovable, and smaller or smellier viewers will be engaging enough, which I guess he's giving a shot to us. Smellier. I guess like kids like pooping and
Oh yeah.
yeah,
For the
we'll
kids.
have it more engaging with this. But Despicable Me 4, of course, it stalls a little bit, and basically it lacks of interest with the plot, with the narrative. So that's why he's kind of like, this ain't for me. These are for kids, and it is for I think it's for everybody. I enjoy this.
I
very
thought
much.
it is for everyone. That's
Yeah.
for sure. I don't think it was just for kids, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But it's mainly for them.
Yeah.
Because they still need to make their buck. If
Of
they
course.
made it like, let's say, The Legend of Kubo or some shit, which was like an adult, more like an adult, mature audience,
Yeah.
they didn't do good in the box office, but it was It was a good movie. You remember that, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. As for it has to hit both audience, or at least mainly one more versus the other, which is why it's more of a kid movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So either way, I definitely enjoy this. I love this, but now here comes some negative nitpicks for me. If people are expecting to see more of the girls, you're going to be a little bit disappointed. Because I felt like they actually kind of got the back seat in this one. To be honest, for quite a while. Like for every movie.
You're not wrong. They were very much so the side characters. Not even the side characters.
Yeah,
they showed
very.
that new character more than they did the girls.
Yeah, Poppy.
And
So-
I thought they were going to show the one with glasses the most.
Oh, yeah.
But point being is, they really... the mom had more screen time than the children.
Lucy, yeah, she did.
Yeah. I was very surprised that they didn't show that much. They literally introduced a whole new character, which was the sidekick, and
Yeah.
put the children in the back end.
No, but I do agree with that. And basically, I wish they were kind of in the middle. But I guess they know who basically is in charge here.
Yeah.
They know what's leading up the film is basically the Minions, Gru, and I guess they try to do at least something new every single
Yeah.
time. And Poppy was that new hit.
Yeah.
And I think it hit for me.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Yeah.
But I just wish they had some screen time for the girls, even though they did show some, but not enough to justify it.
That's fine. I mean, I don't hate the girls or anything.
No, I don't
but-
hate them either.
yeah.
I wish there were more in it. It's just hard because it feels like it's bloated.
No, I don't know if I'd say it was bloated.
There's a lot of characters bloated. They had to
there
take
is-
out Dr. Nefario.
What do you mean they took a thing note?
No, they had to take
Oh,
that character.
yeah, and
the
they show him
old
in the
man
end.
who was very
It does
popular.
seem like okay, you might be right. I forgot about him.
Yeah,
that
they
showed
took him
in the
out. I was shocked. I was like, he showed. I want to spoil it. He only showed for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And he bounced.
Well, yeah, they moved out.
But yeah, it's painful.
Well, you know who they showed more than. They showed that director guy of the anti-villain league
Oh yeah.
more than anyone else.
Yeah. Well,
Well-
which one are you talking about?
The dude who was in charge of the fucking police place, pretty much.
Oh, the Sarge. What was his
Yeah,
name?
the one who was made the superhumans, the one who came out of retirement.
Yeah.
But point being is like he showed more. They didn't even show the mom, right?
Yeah.
But they only mentioned the mom.
Hoffman. Yeah, I think it's Hoffman.
Yeah, but they only mentioned the mom.
Oh yeah, they only mentioned her. I feel like she could be the one who could be kicked out. To be honest, but it's kind of sad if you're in Despicable Me. You'll still eventually see her, but only for like 2 seconds.
No, she never. I don't think they even showed her in the end.
Oh, you didn't see her?
No, did you see her?
Well, no, don't spoil
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, she shows up for a screen time at least 5 seconds, and after that, it's done.
Yeah.
Nefario has like 10 seconds. You beat her by 5 seconds if you got to see it. Because
Who's
of course,
Nefario? Which is that one?
the old man.
Oh, okay. I don't know his name. That's why.
Yeah, so of course, if you're gonna come here expecting more of the girls, you do see some of them, but they're not much of the centered like the previous movies. How at least one of them were kind of basically more screen time than the others.
Yeah.
So you'll be kind of disappointed with that. Lucy did had a couple of screen time, but I almost felt like she almost got left behind as well if it wasn't for those two important scenes. After that, it was done.
Which one's Lucy?
The wife.
Well, you know who they really didn't show was the kid with the blonde kid. They barely showed that kid.
Margot.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
barely showed that kid.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying. That kid.
Margot and
They showed the littlest and the oldest. They did not show the second one that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, Priskett and Margot. Yeah, they did barely show. Yeah, her. It's sad because I did want to see more of them, but obviously, you could only have. It's animation. You only have like an hour and 30 minutes before you have to wrap everything
Yeah.
up. So yeah, it sucks because I would like to see more of him.
Yeah.
Maybe hit.
But that's the reason why. It's because they got Will Ferrell. They got a more higher actor. I think a well-known actor more.
It sucks because I love his voice acting, but sometimes when you just gotta.
I mean, I feel like they showed the villain more than more of the other films.
Oh yeah,
That's for sure.
that's true.
That's why I personally think that they might have had like a bigger budget spend, and they were like, you know what, let's go with the different villain, more of a main.
Yeah. So those are my nitpicks right there. It's just the girls. I wish there were more in the front, but obviously I could see why. Poppy is basically one of my all-time favorite characters at this moment of Despicable Me. I hope we don't get to see the last of her. I would like to see more of her, but
Yeah.
it really depends because a lot of these characters that tried something new, like Gru's brother, they tried doing something with him. He doesn't even show up until another 5 seconds in the film.
Yeah.
And
That's what it was. It was his brother, huh?
So I feel like they try something new, and sometimes the characters that don't work really well, they kind of just back them off into the backseat.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah, I know, and it sucks because they're kind of doing that to the girls, even though the girls supposed to be very important.
Yeah, but
And we'll talk about the scene where basically like the girls or I could talk about right now. It's not that much. No, it's spoilers.
okay.
So we'll talk in spoilers for sure. But either way, final verdicts. Let's go. Boy, what do you think of this, the whole thing? What will you give it?
Probably B minus.
B minus?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. He has a B minus, and so what do you? But why though? Why you gave it a B minus?
I thought it fit perfectly. I mean, it's one of those movies that aren't amazing. It's not an A plus or can't be an A plus. It's just it doesn't it doesn't hit you in the feels or anything like that. It for me personally just was a nice, enjoyable film to watch on your free time, to have a snack, watch actually a good movie, especially if you like animation, or especially if you have a family, or just want to watch something that you've been probably following since you were younger, because this
Yeah.
movie is quite old. It is, or at least the series, I mean.
Yeah.
Came back out in 2010 and it's still going. So 4 movies and like 3 other spin-offs. That's a long time.
That is a long time. I'm going to be a lot generous in you just because I'm an all-time fan and I'm biased as hell. So you could probably, if you're just a person who's like just a big adult who probably likes action figures like anybody else like I do, you might actually enjoy this a little bit more, but more like a B+. But since I'm a bias and a big fan of Despicable Me franchise, I'm going to give this an A- because I've been on this train for the longest time. I've been seeing Despicable Me. And it was such a... And again, it's been like a hell of a ride. It feels like this could be the very ending of Despicable Me. For good. And just seeing every character... I know it's spoilers, but... Like seeing... Like basically that emotional moment in the ending... It's kind of crazy. It looks like it's kind of like the finale of it.
It's very much so.
Yeah.
Like, it's more like, what could they do?
It's like they did this whole build up and it just feels like it's over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do enjoy this. I do think I'm very biased with this film, and I do think for me it deserves an A. I could give it an A+ if they do a little bit more with the girls. But I don't think they reached that level yet. A+, even an S tier for super. But no, I don't think it's that high up there. But I do think they did a lot of the right notes. It surprised me. I think they actually did very good with the humor. Even though it's not meant for me. That is shocking.
Well, like, some of it was, though. Some of it was meant for the adults.
That's why I was so shocked.
Yeah.
And that's why for me, it deserves an A for me. And obviously, Poppy, loved her. I want to see more of her. And to be honest, it did say the franchise is going to continue on. So if I recommend, I would say probably maybe a TV franchise for just the girls, basically. But that's asking for a little bit too much. But with the Minions. But again, it's kind of hard doing that. But because obviously, it's kind of making up the past what they kind of just push those characters to the side.
I mean, they've had 3 movies, though.
But again, they were kind of like, you could tell they're slowly getting pushed to the side.
Well, probably not with the new one. I guarantee they're going to have to be older.
Yeah.
When they come out with the next one.
Yeah, but we'll see. It really depends how good the box office goes for Despicable Me 4, especially when they're going up against another juggernaut.
Yes.
Inside Out 2, so... We'll see about that. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys in the next one. But if you want to hear about it in spoilers, come join us there. Bye.
Later.